Greetings people of YouTube, and today I'm doing my first ever action figure review on Mattel's Jurassic World Amber Collection Dimorphodon 2-pack. Honestly, I didn't even know about these guys' existence. That is until I recently stumbled upon them at a random toy store. And because I thought they looked cool, I decided to pick them up. Also, they were on discount. And for those of you who don't know, the Jurassic World Amber Collection line is a line that consists of 6-inch scale, highly posable figures of characters / dinosaurs from the Jurassic World / Jurassic Park universe. And these guys are a part of that line. Now let's move these guys out of the way and focus on the packaging. Also, I'd like to apologize for not filming this review while these guys are still in the box. The idea for this review came a little too late. But hey, here's some picture of me holding them in the box. But going back on topic, you can see the front of the box there has a window views, so you can see the figures before you buy them. Hasbro! You can see there it says Dimorphodons, plurals because there are 2 of them. As I said, this is a 2-pack. Amber Collection there, no relation. Really nice Jurassic Park / Jurassic World logo there. On the side of the box, it says Amber Collection, and there's a mosquito trapped in an amber. On the back of the box is just a screenshot of the Dimorphodon from the Jurassic World movie. Nothing much. Also, Dimorphodons in different languages. Amber Collection again, Jurassic Park logo again, and on this side there's another Jurassic World logo. However, this time it does say Jurassic World. The top of the box is as empty as my deep dark soul, and the bottom of the box is a bunch of legal nonsense that I honestly don't really care about. So, without further ado, I'll show you my unboxing segment, and I'll be back in a few seconds. Bye bye. And after that totally not outdated unboxing segment, here we have the figures out of their packaging. Overall, I'd say they look pretty good, but not this good. Stay tuned for size comparisons. So, first impressions here is that they look fairly movie accurate. However, they're a little more cartoony than you'd expect. That is just something with the Amber Collection line in general, as they're still made by Mattel and therefore are still intended to be played by younger consumers. But I'm not trying to say that these guys are bad. In fact, like I said earlier, they are pretty good, but not perfect. I'll get to that in just a little bit. So, why don't we get started and take a close look at the details. Also, to make this review slightly easier, I'll be calling this guy Flight. Get it? Because he's the one with the spreading wings and stuff. And I'll be calling this guy Fight. Because, get it? Both of them together? Fight or flight? Right. First, let's take a look at the one I like less, which is Fight. But, don't get me wrong, I don't think this guy is bad at all. I just think he's got some issues. But let's take a look at the head sculpt. A pretty decent head sculpt, if I do say so myself. However, like I said, it's a little cartoony. Probably because of these teeth, they're a little too round for my taste. I prefer them sharper. But like I said, these guys are intended for younger consumers, so it's not that bad. The eyes, however, look a little too derpy. I would definitely think they could have done some more detail on that. And you know, the rest of the head sculpt looks nice. Got some nice touches of purple here. And if you open the jaw, you can see that the inside of the mouth is detailed fairly nicely. The tongue, however, is a little too red compared to the rest of the mouth, but it's not bad. Closing the mouth again, you can see that the teeth actually interlocks. That's a pretty nice detail there, Mattel. Good job. But again, those teeth look a little too round, but I guess it's fine. The rest of the figure is fairly solid, just bland gray, and some black highlights on the back of the figure to simulate fur, and some nice counter shading with the beige under the chest and under the neck. However, the counter shading is missing from the belly downwards. I don't know why. And of course, we have these wings, which don't look as impressive here as they do on Flight, which is why I'll talk about the wings more when I'll get to him. Overall though, I honestly really like the pose. This is actually my first pterosaur figure which can stay on all fours. I'd even go as far as to say that this guy might be my favorite if it wasn't for... Speaking of which, let's talk about his articulation. Like I said earlier, his mouth can open really wide, neck can rotate side to side, move up and down, shoulders rotate only on this side on this particular figure for some reason. You see, basically on the shoulder, the paint of the figure kind of fuses the joints. That makes it so that you can't rotate it, you can't hinge it up and down. All you can do is basically just bonk people with it. This really shouldn't be the case for a Mattel figure, but hey, what can I do? I'm just a consumer. Anyways, ball joint at the chest area. You can make it pivot side to side, rotation, and you can crunch forward and crunch back. This joint is honestly really appreciated. Leg rotates forward and backwards. They are on a slight angle though, so just be wary of that. And they can also move out. Rotation on his teeny tiny ankles. And they can move down and up. And finally for the tail, you can move down, move up, and it can rotate side to side. And overall, if it wasn't for this little issue, and another advantage that Flight has going for it, this guy might be the one I prefer. But as it stands, he's the one I like less. And now let's talk about the one that I really like, which is Flight. And truth be told, there's really not that much of a difference between this guy and this guy. He's still got the rounded teeth, the derpy eyes. The only major differences being the tail, which doesn't have a curve. And that makes it look slightly better in flying poses, eh? And speaking of flying poses, wow, he big. This wingspan is pretty cool. It's so wide to the point where it looks like I'm holding a real bat. I'm not wearing a mask right now. But yeah, these wings do look pretty awesome. The vibrant orange fading into the yellow looks absolutely gorgeous. Not to forget these red accents, which are accurate to the film. And the sculpting is also pretty good with some nice vein detailings here. And not only the front of the wings, but the back of the wings don't look too shabby. You get the bland gray of the overall figure, and then it fades to this almost human skin color. And that's supposed to make it look more membrane-like, which I do appreciate. I mean, they could have left this unpainted if they wanted to, but they didn't, which is really nice. Now, what purpose would these wings serve if he's unable to fly? Which he can, technically. Gotta say, I highly commend Mattel for including a flight stand in the first place. Not a lot of toy companies do that, you know? Cough, cough again, Hasbro. However, here's where another problem with this set lies for me. So you see, the way you attach this to the figure is that this clamp here is supposed to grip his belly, but he's just a little too round, let's just say. This is honestly a cause for concern, especially considering this flight stand is made out of clear plastic, and we all know clear plastic means doom. You can even see some cracking there on the plastic, and that is not a good sign at all, my friends. I highly suggest you rotate the waist around. This makes him a little slimmer, so that the flight stand can grip him a little more easily. I'm gonna try it. Please forgive me for 1 second. And here we go. I'm not even plugged in all the way. I guess this'll do. And then you rotate this in the... Come on, come on. Please be nice to me. And here we go. He's on the flight stand. Whoopee! Gotta position these wings around. There's a hinge joint here, by the way. And a hinge joint here. And there you go, he can fly now. And I gotta say, all the pain was worth it, because this is where your money's worth the most with this set. Flight on his flight stand, raining terror upon guests of Jurassic World. Undeniably, this looks awesome. And it's gonna look cool on your shelf. Definitely looks cool on mine. And yeah, basically that's it. Articulation is just the same as Fight, you know how it works. Though it is worth noting that the wings don't look natural when you rotate it. The membranes are just flapping all over the place, but I honestly don't care anymore. And now, finally, it's time to do some size comparisons. Firstly, here they are next to my other Ember Collection figures. We have the Jurassic Park Raptor and the Jurassic Park 3 male Velociraptor. This one's my favorite, and as you can see, they scale fairly nicely despite the fact that they've never appeared on screen together. But whatever, I think this group shot still looks pretty cool. And compare them to some other airborne menaces. Here we have the NECA Rodan figure from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Starscream figure in his jet mode. And just in case anyone is curious, you can put Starscream's robot mode in these figures' flight stand. And the size comparison that I've been waiting for. Here they are next to their daddy, the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Attack Pack Dimorphodon. Anyone remember this relic from 2018? I do. I even did an unpublished review on it.
Where do the years go?
But yeah, you can see that the details on the Ember Collection one is much superior compared to this one, as of course it is intended for a larger scale. And now, finally, here they are next to a regular 6-inch figure. Here we have the Hasbro Marvel Legends Ant-Man. And yeah, despite my jabs at Hasbro earlier, I do enjoy some of their figures, especially Transformers. I love Transformers. So that concludes my review of these two figures. Overall, I think they look pretty good. Just make sure that yours doesn't have a QC issue like mine. And yeah, if you are on the market for some 6-inch scale Dimorphodon figures, you're gonna have a good time with these figures. So, that's it. My first ever publicly available action figure review. What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on the figure? That is if anyone is watching at all. And if someone is actually watching, please do leave a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for hopefully more videos of this kind. I really am looking forward to the Hammond Collection Baryonyx, by the way, might review that one. But yeah, I hope you all had a good time. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Actually, I'm sure you'll see me again as most of the videos I upload here are homework.